Welcome back to the Lone Road iRacers podcast. I'm your host, Guy Robertson, and today we're diving into a topic that gets iRacers talking week after week: IMSA on iRacing. It's fast, it's competitive, and it's one of the most consistently populated series on the platform. But why is that? What makes IMSA such a draw for sim racers across the world? We're going to break it all down, from the car selection to race strategy, multi-class racing, and the real-world connection that keeps this series so engaging. IMSA isn't just another series, it's a proving ground for endurance and strategy, a place where every lap counts and every race can feel like a real-world event. Let's get into it. So our first question, especially people who are newer to iRacing or motorsport in general, is what is IMSA? IMSA stands for the International Motorsports Association. It's the governing body behind the WeatherTech Sports Car Championship, one of the premier endurance racing series in the world. It features multi-class racing, meaning different categories of cars share the same track at the same time, each with its own pace and strategy. IMSA was founded in 1969 by John and Peggy Bishop, with early backing from NASCAR's Bill France Sr. Originally, IMSA focused on sports car racing in North America, and over the years it evolved to become a leading name in endurance racing. The WeatherTech Sports Car Championship, IMSA's flagship series, was formed in 2014 when IMSA merged the American Le Mans Series ALMS and Grand AM Road Racing. This brought together the best elements of both endurance racing series, creating a diverse and highly competitive championship. IMSA has always been about innovation, endurance and competition. Over the years, it has attracted the top manufacturers like Porsche, BMW, Acura and Cadillac, all battling for supremacy in the toughest endurance races in North America. From the grueling 24 hours of Daytona to the technical Sebring 12 hours, IMSA events challenge both drivers and teams with their demanding formats. In iRacing, IMSA races mirror the real-world series, featuring a mix of prototypes and GT cars. The balance of speed, skill and endurance makes it a thrilling experience for all kinds of racers. The digital version of IMSA brings all the drama and excitement of the real-world championships right to your simulator rig, making it one of the most immersive experiences available. One of the biggest reasons IMSA is so popular on iRacing is the multi-class element. Unlike single car series, IMSA puts you in a dynamic environment where you're either passing or being passed almost constantly. If you're a prototype, you have to manage traffic and time your overtakes without ruining your race or someone else's. Vice versa, if you're in a GT car, you're constantly aware of faster cars approaching, requiring sharp awareness and positioning to avoid incidents. Now, the relative and your spotters are very, very key to obviously even participating in this series. So if you don't know where they are or you haven't got a third-party version, I suggest you look for the black box and how to toggle through them, and also get a third-party spotter like Race Labs, Dre or something of that nature. This constant interaction keeps every lap engaging and forces drivers to think beyond just their own race. It's not just about being fast, it's about managing traffic, reading the field and executing strategy. You have to anticipate where you'll catch slower cars, how to position yourself for safe overtakes, and how to maximise your lap time without losing too much speed in the process. It's not easy. In real life, IMSA multi-class racing is a true test of patience and precision, and iRacing replicates that challenge incredibly well. Unlike single class series where racing is often predictable, IMSA keeps you on your toes, forcing you to make split-second decisions. The thrill of navigating through traffic, planning overtakes and maintaining race consistency makes IMSA one of the most rewarding series to master. Another big reason for IMSA's popularity on iRacing is the diverse lineup of cars. You can choose from top-tier hybrid prototypes like the GTPs, or battle in the ultra-competitive GTD class with GT3 cars. Each class has its own characteristics. GTP, or Grand Touring prototype, is fast, agile and packed with downforce, perfect for those who love high-speed precision. The hybrid powertrains bring an extra element of strategy, balancing battery deployment for fuel conservation. Then you've got the LMP2, or Le Mans Prototype 2 as it's better known, a more traditional endurance prototype rewarding smooth driving and strategy. These cars lack hybrid power but make up for it with exceptional handling and straight line speed. Then you've got the GT3 cars, or GTD, more relatable for many racers on iRacing, since the GT3 cars are heavily based on real-world sports cars and require more mechanical, low downforce driving style. They demand consistency and careful tyre management over a race stint. So we're going to continue our look at IMSA in a minute after we've had a short break. Don't go away. Dre is the audible iRacers companion. Want to improve your results or get more wins? Download Dre, the digital race engineer. Hit the link in the show notes for a 10% discount. Welcome back to today's main topic, which is all about IMSA and what makes it so exciting and full capacity on iRacing. With pit strategy, tyre wear and fuel management all playing a role, IMSA races become more than just a sprint. They're a technical challenge. Deciding when to push, when to conserve tyres, and when to make a crucial pit stop can be the difference between winning and finishing outside the top 10. This combination of endurance and sprint racing makes IMSA one of the most strategy-intense series in iRacing. IMSA wouldn't be what it is though without legendary circuits, and iRacing faithfully recreates many of them. Some of the most famous IMSA tracks include Daytona International Speedway, the site of the iconic Rolex 24, combining a high-speed oval with a technical infield section that tests both top speed and handling. Then you've got Sebring International Raceway. Known for its punishing bumps and long straights, Sebring demands precision endurance from drivers. Watkins Glen International is a fast flowing track with elevation changes that rewards smooth, committed driving. And what about Road Atlanta, a challenging course with tight chicanes and fast sweepers, making it a true test of skill and bravery. And finally, Michelin Raceway Road America, featuring long straights and high-speed corners. It's a favourite among drivers who enjoy slipstream battles and late-braking manoeuvres. These tracks are not only iconic, but also offer a mix of technical, high-speed and strategic racing that keeps iRacers coming back to the series. Mastering these circuits is key to success in IMSA, as each has its own nuances that reward those who put in the practice. IMSA on iRacing isn't just popular because of its cars and tracks. It's the challenge and excitement that keeps racers hooked. And here are some of those key reasons. Racecraft and strategy. IMSA races require drivers to think beyond raw speed. pit stops, tyre wear, fuel management and handling multi-class traffic all play a pivotal role to success. Close competitive racing, whether in the GTPs or the GTDs, the skill level in IMSA races are constantly high, making for exciting battles everywhere. Adaptability. Every track presents different and difficult challenges, from Daytona's high-speed draft battles to Sebring's technical bumpy corners. Learning and adapting to these tracks is part of the fun. And there's the community and prestige. IMSA is home to some of the best and most dedicated racers on iRacing. Performing well in IMSA races carries a sense of accomplishment and respect. So the question then is, if you're new to IMSA or new to iRacing in general and you want to get into IMSA, first you've got to get up the license ladder. And then I think IMSA is A class now, so it takes some time. But here's a few tips and tricks to help you once you open that license up and be able to drive. So what you need to look for. Start with the GT3 cars. The GTD or the GT3 class is a great entry point into IMSA. These cars are stable, have solid braking ability, and are less dependent on aerodynamic grip than the prototypes, making them a good place to develop your endurance racing skills. Multi-class awareness. Spend time in hosted sessions or iRacers to practice dealing with faster cars lapping you or overtaking slower traffic cleanly. Now, for me personally, that was probably the biggest shock as a new IMSA driver, shall we say, watching the relative and how fast these prototypes actually come upon you. Now, let's say you're doing a rejoin of the track, you've had a spin. You might think, oh, I've got 10 seconds to get back on track. Believe me, in a prototype, they'll be on you in 3 seconds. So you've got to completely adjust your way of thinking, the way you rejoin the track and other things like that. You need at least probably 20-25 seconds to safely recover from a spin, get back on the track safe for you and the drivers around you. Learn track-specific racing lines. IMSA tracks have unique characteristics that can affect braking points, tyre wear and optimal overtake spots. Learning these details will give you that advantage and that edge. Work on pit stop strategy. IMSA races involve at least one pit stop. Practice fuel saving, tyre changes and pit lane entry and exits to avoid costly mistakes. And we've all been there with a black flag for either speeding into the pits or speeding out of the pits, and there's nothing worse. Get comfortable with race starts. Rolling starts in IMSA can be chaotic. Understanding how to manage your position at the green flag without losing spots or causing incidents is crucial. And what about telemetry and coaching? iRacing's telemetry tools and coaching from experienced IMSA racers can help you fine-tune your driving and racecraft. And as I mentioned earlier, there's lots and lots of third-party apps now that use telemetry that you can always go to. Building confidence in these areas will help you progress smoothly from GT3 cars to faster classes like the LMP2 and GTPs when you're ready. So to sum up, why is IMSA so popular on iRacing? It's the perfect mix of multi-class racing, diverse car selection, strategic depth, legendary tracks and real-world appeal. Whether you're a seasoned veteran or a newcomer looking for a challenge, IMSA offers one of the most immersive and rewarding experiences there is on iRacing's platform. That's our first main subject matter of today, folks. If you're looking to get into IMSA or you're just a veteran IMSA driver, hopefully some of this article has been really thought-provoking and rewarding for you. We'll be back in a second for our second topic, and it's going to be about where are the marshals on UK tracks in iRacing. This section is questioning where are all the marshals gone in iRacing on the circuits. Now, if you're on the YouTube version, you'll be able to see this video I've put together of a few different tracks where there's clear evidence of missing marshals on lots of tracks, to the point where I can only see Barney the flagman virtually running the whole race at times. So iRacing is clearly very proud of giving us the immersion factor that it is as close as possible to real world racing. Well, in real world racing, if you haven't got a set number of marshals, tell me if I'm wrong, but the racing cannot even start. And this footage is all of official races. No hosted, no test programs, no AI. These are official iRacing races. Now, as you can see, there is the odd one at Knockhill, all wearing the blue and white of iRacing. But where have all the other marshals gone? I can remember Road America seeing marshals in high vis to the plenty. Now, I haven't changed my graphical settings at all, but they seem to have disappeared. I don't know what your thoughts are on the marshals, but again, iRacing, the question is, what have you done with them? Where have they gone? And can we get them back? That's more the question. Now, is it a case that the graphics that you're working on cannot maintain those and the crowd, shall we say, if you add crowd on and off? Maybe that will help. I don't know. So it's just an observation. I don't know what your thoughts are, listeners and viewers. Let me know. Give me some comments, feedback, emails, whatever. But have a look next time you're racing. Or you've got the right marshals for your race. Well, that's it for another podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for listening. Thanks for viewing as well. Don't forget to share the podcast with your friends, iRacing buddies, colleagues. And if you're interested in being a guest or a co-host, just reach out to me. We're always looking for those kind of things. And don't forget to send me your topics you'd like me to discuss. Until then, folks, happy iRacing. I'll see you on the track soon.